Alrighty, welcome to the PSBS, that's the PlayStation podcast. I'm your host, Code T, PS and Bye Boys. My host here is
Andromeda. I was very close on my trackpad to ending the call. I almost did it, but I didn't, so thank goodness.
Jeez.
I would have been just like, peace out, you guys do this on your own.
Thanks for stopping by.
Bye-bye. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys. You guys do this. Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm. And with us this week
is Emmett Watkins Jr., also known as EJ Spun 61, now known as Pro Edition. I'm not making that joke yet.
What?
We'll get to that later.
Look, Emmett, you cannot change your name until Sony lets us change our own PSN name. So you have to change your name.
Good point. I'm stuck with this anyway.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, you're stuck with it forever.
You have to buy a new TV to see my new name.
Ooh,
going on. Oh yeah, going on 10 years now. I've had my PSN name.
Dang. Yeah. Well, dang it. I think I have to wait till like 2007. Wait a minute. I made my PSN account, my Sony Entertainment account, like in 2006. I think I made it late 2006. I just made it anyways, even though I didn't have a PS3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same.
Because I wanted to get those PSP demos.
Oh yeah.
Boy, you know it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think after 10 years, I've learned to live with my PSN name. So
First thing I redeemed on PSN, Sony Fireteam Bravo demo. I think that was like the very first thing.
that's strong running franchise.
Oh, don't.
Oh
Rip.
boy.
Don't even. I miss
Zip
it.
up that body bag.
God, imagine. I know. I only imagine if we had like remastered, like COD 4 remastered.
I would play SOCOM 4 remastered like nobody's business.
I don't know about SOCOM 4. Just give me the first.
I play them all, damn it.
The problem with SOCOM 4 though, because I remember they gave that game away free for Plus,
Yeah,
and like God, there were so many freaking updates for that game.
it was ridiculous.
It was like stupid because like what was stupid too, like it wasn't even game updates. It would do like those stupid server to server updates that take like all night.
Yeah,
You know, like what was another game that did like MMOs do that, like DC Online did that,
freaking DC.
where it's like a server thing, and it said like for me it was like 20 hours to update. I'm like, what? This isn't worth my time.
Did they actually give that away for Plus?
Which one?
SOCOM 4?
Yeah.
Yeah,
When did that happen?
years ago.
Did they give it away for Plus or did I buy it for dirt
No,
cheap?
they had a
I don't wanna say.
beta. They had a beta for PlayStation Plus.
Oh no, wait! I might actually do have SOCOM 4. I think I might have bought it for like a really cheap clearance price.
Hmm.
I don't remember. If I actually have SOCOM 4 or not. I know I've played it. I just don't remember if it was free on Plus or if I bought it for a cheap price. I don't remember.
I don't blame you there. I bought other games because of that. Because it's cheap.
Yep, because it's cheap. That's something I'm probably going to be doing tomorrow, buying some cheap games.
Woo!
But anyway, we got some little news to cover, and then we'll get to the big topic of weeks and all that. Let's see where to start. Well, you mentioned remaster, so we got a remaster announced today.
Excellent.
It was announced today that the Lego Harry Potter collection is
Ooh,
coming to PS4.
Oh.
Exclusively to PS4, by the way.
interesting.
Oh, that's weird.
Only coming to PS4. Coming October 18th. It has Harry Potter 1 through 4 and Harry Potter 5 through 7 all on one disc.
This is very cool because like the Lego Harry Potter games, people like those a lot.
Yeah. And the new spin-off thing's coming out in November, so it's kind of getting on that.
Oh, but that's for Lego Dimensions though.
Well, yeah, Lego Dimensions is doing a whole story pack for Fantastic Beasts, but like this is just extra, like capitalizing on it, you know, like Harry Potter fever.
Yeah, which is cool. Maybe once I get to play this now, I can finally name the houses.
You still can't name the houses.
I'm such like I'm a poser Harry Potter fan. I don't know anything.
But didn't you see like the last one before everyone else?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I did. Gosh, I saw it like about 2 weeks early almost. Yeah, the last
I saw the finale before all the other real fans.
one. It was special.
It was special.
Meanwhile-
Not special enough for you to remember anything.
Well,
Meanwhile, I've only seen like 2 movies.
Does that movie even have, like mention all 4 of the houses or whatever? I don't think so.
I mean, because it's not a hard thing to learn. I mean, you should know at least. Do you know at least 2 of them?
No, I don't remember.
Can you name even one?
No.
You can't name the one Harry Potter's in.
Hufflepuff? I don't know.
What?
Wow, I feel like I could actually do this, and I've only seen like 2 movies.
No,
They
I can't
explicitly
do it.
explained him in the first movie, at least.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, it's just been too long. I don't remember any of the houses' names.
Anyway,
But after I play these Lego games, I will know.
yeah. Now I'm looking at the box art, and it shows the 2 separate games. It shows like 1 through 4 on the left, and it shows 5 through 7 on the right. So that means that this is not going to be like what they did for Lego Star Wars, which was awesome when they combined the 2 games, like literally together. Remember
Yeah,
that?
I mean, you know, that's like that was a whole nother game though, even though it was like the same content though.
Yeah, but I mean, that's still really neat how they kind of like put them together, where it was just like they had one hub that had all 6 movies there, and all the characters from across all the games were like together in one playable list.
And like that would have made sense for Harry Potter because like it's just like through the school, right?
Yeah.
But the hub worlds were like slightly different in 5 through 7 and 4 through 5. So
yeah,
I mean 1 through 4. So
yeah. So yeah, there's probably gonna be just 2 separate. I mean, it's all on one disc, but there's gonna be 2 separate like things. You know, like click this one to play 1 through 4. Click this one to play 5 through 7. You know?
Borderlands style.
I like those games. I only played the first one. I really like that one a lot. And yeah, I would like to play the second one. So,
Mister, I'm not that big a Harry Potter fan, but yet you played them and I haven't. I haven't actually played these Lego Harry Potter games.
I only played 1 through 4.
That's still more than I played.
But yeah, and then were both of them on Vita?
What? Yeah,
I think they were on Vita.
5 through 7 for sure was on Vita, but I don't think they ever put 1 through 4 on Vita.
Because
that was probably too early.
TT Games had their Vita edition.
Oh, you can remote play it.
Oh!
Yahoo!
Yep.
Speaking of other things you can remote play,
I can name any game.
Collection.
Just name any game. Yeah, another remaster this week was the Batman Return to Arkham got a new release date.
Return to Arkham.
Yes, Return to Arkham. It's got a new release date. Also coming October 18th, the same day as the Lego Harry Potter collection.
Wow.
Warner Brothers pumping out the collections that day.
Get one for you and one for the kids.
Yeah.
Or both for you, if you're real.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so that's coming out. That's updated models and all that stuff. I mean, we'll see if it holds, because it would be another... Because, I mean, that was the thing. That game had problems, obviously. It was supposed to come out in July, now it's coming out in October. Lego Harry Potter's coming in October. Lego Harry Potter costs $50, by the way.
Ooh. That should have been like 40 at least.
Yeah, I mean, because you're paying $25 a game at that point.
I'm like, how old are both of these games?
Like, didn't the first one come out on PS2 also?
No, the first one didn't even come out on PS2.
Okay.
No, the first one was like on PS3 like in 2011.
It was around the time the last movies were coming out.
Yeah, it was like 2011.
Oh, okay. Then that's
I think it might have been 2010 for 1 through 4.
All right, then that's not too far off, but still, that's a little pricey.
Yeah, I mean, those are old.
But I mean, it's a PlayStation exclusive. They got to get their money's worth.
Yeah. Second time, I'm just gonna wait for a price drop on that one. Sorry.
You're getting into Marvel Alliance territory.
Ooh, but at least maybe this will actually work. Ooh.
I hope.
And have the DLC on it day one.
God,
well,
I can only hope.
it doesn't have any DLC.
Lego Harry Potter has DLC.
Oh,
yeah, the second one does.
Well, I don't know. It just says here includes all DLC, and it says like character pack, spell pack, and whatever.
Oh, well, there you go. If they advertise it, it'll be there first day.
Yeah, I mean, well, Harry Potter just announced, but like Batman, they delayed it from July to October, and I know the game needed work, so it's whatever. But still, October is just a terrible time to put out those games.
Yeah,
because I mean,
those are just gonna get drowned.
Yeah, I mean, they're not a priority, I think, for most people. So like, because
I think most people who care about those games hardcore enough. Well, Harry Potter has an appeal with kids and stuff. Maybe they'll get that. But any hardcore gamer worth anything, they're looking at the Battlefield, they're looking at the Titanfall, the Mafia 3s, because that whole month is just dominated by games.
Mm-hmm. And they got VR coming out in October, and the VR games, and Tomb Raider, and all kind of stuff in October.
And too much.
It's too much. So it's just bad time to put out those collections. Let's see what else we got.
I'll get them Black Friday for $30.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got. More. Oh, another release date. Also Batman related. Batman Episode 2 of the Telltale series is coming September 20th. So that will be 2 weeks. Not this Tuesday, but next. So
Cool.
So it's good. We're gonna have some more Batman to play. Because there's not enough Batman content out there in the world.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
No, there's never enough Batman.
All we've had is Lego Batman 3 for years.
Lego Batman 2, 3.
And that's even going to be a movie.
Yeah, all the Arkham games, the new Lego Batman movie, the Batman animated movies, the Batman DC movies. It's just so much Batman. Batman comics, Batman
It's not
books.
that bad, man.
Batman Days.
Essentially.
When's Batman Day? Next month? November? October?
Probably. I don't know.
I was really glad that, Batman. He's also in the show Atlanta.
He is. That one guy comes up to him in a Batman mask.
Does Paperboy live here? Yeah, he's like, he does like a long pause. And he's all like, yeah.
Okay.
And then he just runs.
No, he's like, okay. And then he runs. He's like, bro, you're too hot.
That makes not so much because he's wearing like, the Nolan Batman mask. He's just all like, Paperboy live here. He's like, yeah.
Oh, everyone watch Atlanta on FX on Tuesday.
Please watch it. Fantastic.
Ad content.
But yeah,
anyway.
Batman's in there. Yeah. Anyway.
Anyways, where should I go from that?
We're talking about Batman. Well, it's great that Telltale's putting him out. See, look, dude, they're doing the schedule thing.
Yeah, dude, they're following the schedule. They said they want to have the season done by this year, by the end of the year. That's their initial goal.
Not lose player retention.
I mean, September would be episode 2, October episode 3, November episode 4, and December episode 5. So that would be falling in line with their plan to finish for the end of the year.
Yes, I'm excited to see more of Harvey Dent's big old chin and unsexy Catwoman.
Dang.
When she's out of the suit. Like, I was complaining to Koji that I don't think Catwoman in this is sexy enough.
Does she need more glasses?
No, well, wait, does Selena Kyle even wear? No, she doesn't.
No, probably not.
Like, my deal with that, like, it's just, she's not, because part of Catwoman's thing is her sex appeal, and I just feel like Telltale kind of, like, fell flat on that a little bit. But when she's in the suit, it's fine, but, like, Selena Kyle herself was a little...
Yeah. Well, they got 4 more episodes to make it up for you.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Well,
like you have a freaking reporter that talks to Bruce that's hotter than Selena, so I think it makes sense. Anyways.
Yeah. Anyway, but also in Telltale related news, they said that Walking Dead season 3 is starting in November.
Whoop whoop.
November?
Yep, they don't have an exact date. It just says November.
Could be like the end of November. Watch it.
Yeah, the first episode titled "A New Frontier" will premiere in November.
Y'all, I'm so excited.
Oh.
That is like
is back.
Clementine is back, and she has developed. And there's a young man with her, and the maternal instinct in me wants to fuck him up, but I'm gonna let her be an adult.
But you control her choices, so.
Well, I guess, but at the same time, you know how, Telltale games are a coloring book where everyone has the same picture, but they just put in their different colors.
Yeah.
I'll have choices to some degree. We'll see how far they go and how far they'll let me go. So we'll see.
Telltale can't make me make this happen.
Yeah. I mean, the guy could be a nice young man. I just don't know anything about him, but I'm just hesitant.
Well, this is what this pilot episode is going to be for, and then once we get further, we'll know. This is supposed to be radical different changes that you could go through at the end of season 2.
Yeah, I hope they explain that, because they dropped season 2 ended on like and this is how it is now, and now you're fast forwarding. We got to get some context.
Where Cody was so perplexed that he was all like, "There's no way Clementine can be in this."
And there she goes.
Yep. No matter what, you're there with that guy. So, yep. We'll see how your ending didn't matter.
Yeah.
I I think that place that she maybe
they really screw you over. They show the ending of Walking Dead season 2, where like right before you make your big choice, and then like there's like a portal, and then Doc Brown shows up. It's like, no, Clementine, there's a problem. Like, what? With your kids, Clement, with your kids. It's like, don't go there, and then it changes, and she doesn't pick any of your choice. She just walks off to like some random third choice, and then that's how season 3 goes. So everyone gets the same beginning of season 3.
Darn, I wonder what happens to Kenny.
Kenny's like, screw you guys, I'm taking the time machine, I'm getting out of here.
Kenny or the girl or whatever her name is.
Kenny's just stupid. He takes the time machine to go back just to go get a boat. I got my boat now.
Oh yeah, he needs to watch Fear the Walking Dead. They got zombies in the water.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, he'd be dead.
Screw Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah, I don't watch that. I keep seeing commercials. I'm like, well, that's
garbage.
You've never watched it.
Stupid show. Got zombies in the water and everything. You got it like on the freaking island.
That's like
if people drown in the water, they would turn into a zombie.
So done with The Walking Dead.
It's like
the television show.
You never started.
I did watch part of it. I'm just not a fan of Walking Dead.
You know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Fear the Walking Dead is Dead Space 3 of television shows. No reason for it to exist.
I mean,
it just looks boring.
I mean, I don't care for Fear the Walking Dead as much as I care about like anything else I watch on TV, but I watch it just to watch it. So I have something to watch on Sunday nights.
That's a bad excuse for anything you do. Well, it's on.
Well, it's on. It's the one show I know everyone in the house wants to watch, so
it's better than sitting here with my thoughts.
Yeah. What else am I going to do at 8 o'clock on a Sunday?
Bingo, bango, boingo.
Uno.
Good point.
Someone else found us an Uno the other day, Emmett.
That's nice.
And he or she, because I don't know who messaged me. I mean, he said like, "Oh, we want to." I saw you in the Uno community. He said, "Uno." I saw you in the Uno community. There's a community of Uno now.
Man, that shit's some hardcore shit.
Wow.
That Uno community, great. Man.
Hardcore shit. Yeah. So.
Okay, so
I forgot what we were talking about. Oh yeah, Fear the Walking Dead.
I forgot where my train of thought was gonna go with that.
Yeah, I forgot what we were talking about for a second. But yeah, Walking Dead season 3 is gonna be dope. But I worry about Clementine. I hope she doesn't die. That's all I want. She can have sex with she can have sex with the guy she wants. Just let her live. Let her give birth to a son and name him Lee.
I don't know. She's old.
Well, no, I feel like she's probably like 15 or 16.
Oh yeah,
but I'm talking about like season 4. She'll have a kid because they'll time jump again or something stupid.
Get to see Clementine all through her life.
God, that'd be so gratifying.
It took 12 years to make.
Yes, it'd be so epic. Wouldn't be anything else like it in games.
You just get to the end of season 3, and there's a choice that can like ultimately let Clementine die, and I'm just like, I'm done with this character.
No,
like I don't want her back in season 4. Move the freak on, all right?
I can't be as bad as any of the characters in the Walking Dead TV show.
I want to see her grow.
No.
Okay. No, I want to see this. I want to see her. I want to see it out to her end.
Yeah, exactly. Like
the bitter end.
She's not gonna die though. Like if I think like if they were to end her character, she would just. I guess that's what I would see. The end of season 2 was supposed to be, right? But that didn't happen. So I don't know.
They need a connecting through line. Like if they kill her, at least give me someone else to latch on to.
Well, there's that other guy you play as.
Well, not the other guy, but I'm thinking there was this one screenshot where she's hugging like a little girl. So maybe that's like the new quote unquote Clementine. So I guess we'll figure it out. I just want to care. I want someone to care about.
You got your little RJ. Or AJ, what's his name?
Wait, the little baby?
Yeah, what's the baby's name? RJ or AJ?
Oh, God. That's probably the baby she was hugging.
No, isn't that little Alvin Jr.?
Yeah, so it's AJ.
Yeah, Alvin Jr. So AJ, yeah. So that is probably the kid that she was hugging in that screenshot. So the kid's grown up. Jesus.
I forget how many years. I think, 5 years now into the comics? Because that's what they said. They said they can't go past whatever the comics are at.
Yeah.
So I think only like I think like 5 years have gone by in the comics.
Okay, that's not too bad then.
So
They
like,
got plenty to work with.
so like between season 1 and 3, only 5 years can go by. So if she was like what 10 in season 1, that means the oldest she can be is 15.
Okay, I can accept that. 15 is, well, if they're still in Georgia, age of consent is 16. But hey,
Oh, dear
I ain't
God.
saying that. I don't know how daring they're willing to go. I mean, the world's over. What are laws in that game?
Down a dark turn.
But yeah, God only knows what they'll do. But you know, I'm behind them 100% until I'm not. So
Well, I mean that's just the
we'll
thing.
see.
Like theoretically, season 4, like they couldn't do a big time jump then if they're like at the limit, for time.
Yeah, true. They have to just keep it going.
So I don't know. It's very far off. But anyway, moving on to new topics, news, and all that good stuff. A lot of Call of Duty news came out this week.
Yeah, basically the Call of Duty XP thing.
Yeah, they did the XP event thing, announced some kind of cool stuff.
Mhm.
And they announced that for Call of Duty 4 Remastered, they said all the maps will be coming.
Yes.
They said 10 will be on disc, and then 6 more will be added later as a free update.
I am so happy about
Oh,
this.
so
We
they
got
did say it's a
all
free update?
16 maps.
Nice. That's
Well,
good.
not those 4 downloadable ones from the DLC because there's 20 officially
They
released.
got to make some money somehow.
See, I totally thought they were gonna make those other DLC maps.
Only
Yeah.
Activision would re-release DLC for you to pay for it.
I can see it coming. I mean, they're making you buy another game to get Modern Warfare Remastered. So
Well, I mean,
yeah,
that's what Activision called it like a month ago. They're like, "Oh, Modern Warfare Remaster is the biggest bonus we've ever developed." I'm like, a $20 bonus is not a bonus. All right,
that's a game.
that's a game. You're actually paying for it. You're paying an extra $20 to get it. That's not a bonus. All right.
Exactly.
I love Activision's wording.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it's still good though because I know we talked about this many episodes ago. Like, if they were going to add the rest of the maps, and I said that yes, they will, but only as paid DLC. But no, it looks like they're going to be free 6. But then, like I said, I don't know about the DLC maps. Maybe later down the road they'll put those into and make them free or paid. I don't know.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be something I'm gonna be playing for a long time. I miss some Call of Duty 4.
Well, you get to play it 30 days early. If you do that digital pre-order, you can play the single player campaign in October.
Dude, I'll basically platinum the game by then.
I don't know. Is there multiplayer achievements in the
Oh, I
Xbox
mean, there
version?
was no multiplayer achievements in the 360 version. I mean, you never know if they have a tweaked trophy list, but
Yeah,
Well,
I
as we
doubt it.
saw
I wouldn't
last
see their-
week, developers don't like to make new trophy lists.
but that's Capcom because they're lazy.
Yeah, I hate that. I just bought Resident Evil 4. What the hell?
Oh,
And 5 and 6.
dude, you should listen to our podcast last week.
Well, I knew the trophies were shit, but I was like, I want to play this. I want to finally beat this game in its best format. So here I am. It was $16. I'm not crying about it.
$60. I'm not crying. Oh, Evan's gonna cry. Cry.
Lip starts quivering.
What made you cry?
Will make me cry if they kill Clementine. But no, they did also announce all the Infinite Warfare stuff too.
Got some new Infinite Warfare info saying that that there will be an Infinite Warfare multiplayer beta starting October 14th. Yep, but it will not be an open beta. You have to have pre-order to get access.
Ah.
All right, 2 things on that. Number 1, they'll open it up halfway through the beta period. I guarantee it. And number 2, you can just pre-order the game on Amazon for free because they don't charge you till it ships, and then cancel your pre-order immediately after they send you the code. So yeah, that's what I did last year for Black Ops 3.
Yeah,
So,
they did that last year for Rock Band to get the pre-order songs.
Bingo.
And you're
So,
the reason why I can't pre-order Stick of Truth and get it for free.
Womp womp.
You ruined the system. But yeah, so you can do that. So yeah, you can get a real Call of Duty fix in October if you pre-order this game, because if you pre-order, you'll have the beta on the 14th, and you'll have the Modern Warfare remaster single player campaign in October.
Yeah, that's freaking awesome. I can't wait. Yeah.
Lots of Call of Duty content there. Also announced from Call of Duty this past week or so is that Call of Duty will have a VR experience.
Oh, the Call of Duty VR experience.
Yes, it
Ooh.
says the Jackal Assault will be an added bonus. The real bonus because it's free. It'll be an add-on bonus download for the PS4 version that lets you pilot the Jaguar, the spaceship jet thing you see, in a VR experience.
Mhm.
Oh, so Eve Valkyrie.
Yeah, E Valkyrie. There's your E Valkyrie demo. So yeah.
I mean, that seems cool. I'm more the thing that really got my attention or whatever. The Call of Duty 4 stuff seems cool, but I'm not gonna spend $80 on Infinite Warfare just to get that. And then even the Infinite Warfare multiplayer stuff, it just seems so overly complicated.
Yeah, it's like totally out there, more so than any Call of Duty.
Yeah, because Black Ops 3 had the whole crazy advanced movement, and that was fun and everything. And then one of the things people didn't like about Ghost was its overcomplicated perk system, and it just seemed like it was doing things in an archaic way. And this seems to
basically
be
everything Ghost was criticized.
yeah, and this seems to be that to the nth degree, where it's like, so now all your perks are weird, and then you gotta choose your different rig, and then your rig has two different things you have to select for your loadout, and then you still got kill streaks and all this crap, and then it's just a bunch of stuff compiling, and then you got these guns that you can unlock or you can earn in loot crates and shit, and I'm just like, there's too much here. That's why COD 4 is so appealing to me, because it's just back to basics.
Yep. Yeah, and then too, like when they show the multiplayer, like, there's no like space stuff in the multiplayer.
There's slight space stuff.
Slight space
You're talking
stuff?
about an Infinite Warfare's multiplayer? Yeah, they have like they have energy weapons and stuff where like ammo regenerates into your magazine. So that's
Whoa,
slightly
what game that sounds
sci-fi. Yeah, I know.
Destiny?
Yeah. Well, some guns in Destiny are like that. but-
I was thinking Mass Effect.
Oh, Mass
Oh
Effect.
yeah, Mass
Well, the
Effect,
first
I
one. The
forgot.
first one had that like heater system where it's like your gun overheated, let it cool down.
That'd be annoying in a multiplayer sense. And then they do have in some of the maps in Infinite Warfare, if you kill somebody, they'll just like float because you're in anti-gravity. So that's kind of cool.
They can just do
but
full on golden eye, zero gravity.
yeah, pretty much. Like I keep seeing footage of just people they get like shot in the head and they fall back, but like their legs get shot up, and so their head doesn't even hit the ground; they just rotate.
Dude, I can't freaking wait for Call of Duty 4 split screen again. Play those.
It's gonna run super good on new gen consoles. Hopefully.
Oh,
Well, that's not a slight to because PS3. You're doing split screen on a game like Call of Duty. You're running at 30 frames a second on those screens at some point.
no, I mean it ran well with just 2 players.
You know, if only
Two is fine, but I did 4 a lot, and I was like, oh god.
if only Sony invested more in that. What was it called? SimiView split thing.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Oh,
That was
for
actually a
your
good
3D
idea.
display thing.
Yeah, the 3D display thing did this amazing feature where like if player 1 puts on his glasses, he can only see his screen, and if player 2 puts on his glasses, he can only see his screen. So it gets rid of split screen, but still provides couch co-op.
You see the meme where like the kids like just put the sheets like they tape the sheets to the TV, so then one person's like under the sheets looking at his screen, and person's on top just holding the sheets so he doesn't see the screen.
Yep.
That's too much work. No, go get a 3D display, set it up, get your 3D glasses, charge them, put them on, switch them to your mode. That's easier.
That's way easier.
Yeah, charge your glasses for Christ's sake.
And you gotta spend money on the 3D display, and then you have to find the 3D display.
Oh, if you find it, it's dirt cheap.
Dude, I want that 3D display. I still kind of want it.
I've
There's
got-
no reason for me to have that. I just want a TV with a PlayStation logo on it, really.
Yep. I mean, I have it. It's great. Like, I like it for like that SimiView feature was awesome. Like, it worked in like 5 games, I think. Motorstorm, Apocalypse, Resistance 3. I forget what the other ones were.
Yeah.
Uncharted 3D.
No.
Maybe. I think that came out like a year later, so they're like, "Oh, we don't care about this no more." No one else cared.
But I mean, it's really cool because it does get rid of the whole. It perfects the couch co-op because it's like, look, you can just see my screen. I can just see my screen. You get a whole screen. You know.
Oh yeah, it's great, but it's just like no one cared.
I mean, it was
no
very,
one thought to use it.
It was a limited market because it was just like, oh, it only works on this 3D display, and nobody has it, and you know.
Oh well. Another great idea from Sony. Rest in peace with PlayStation Home.
Is Emmett tired?
No. That
I
was
mean,
me.
you had quite a day. Everyone's had quite a day. This has been quite.
I mean, yeah. And, the big news that we have at the end isn't as exciting as I wish it was. So,
We're getting there.
Just talk about it in the way that Sony did. Make it as less exciting as possible.
We're getting there.
And on top of that, I'm also going to do some walking like in Mass Effect Andromeda and touch things. Let me just do some walking real quick.
Anyway.
Sounds good.
Let me touch this little artifact thing real quick. Walking. Oh my gosh! Look at the 4K Mass Effect running on Frostbite.
Anyway.
So exciting.
Anyway.
Screw you. Wait all these years for a new Mass Effect game, and this is what you show. How embarrassing.
Anyway.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Don't need it.
So what's next up on the list?
Yeah, you guys are getting ahead of me.
Yeah, a little bit.
But yeah, I mentioned VR, so something got confirmed, announced not today, yesterday, something like that.
Why we gotta talk about this VR stuff? We gotta get to the heart of the matter.
VR is important. It comes out in a month. You realize
VR
that?
is important, but everyone already knows about this VR. It's coming.
But there's a new thing.
Yeah, do you know what the 8 games featured on the demo disc are?
Oh, I actually don't.
There you go. About to let you know. So Sony announced what the 8 games featured on the demo disc will be. That comes packaged with every VR, so you can try out a couple of different VR games. They include Battlezone, Experience Battlefield Powerful Cobra Tank. Drive Club VR has a demo on it, so you can try that out. Valkyrie has a demo. Headmaster has a demo.
Ooh, Headmaster.
That's the one where you play soccer. You do like little soccer games or whatever with your head. VR. You get the Ocean Descent VR demo from VR Worlds.
I want to try that Ocean Descent.
Well, there you go. It's on the demo disc. Try that out. Riggs Mechanized Combat League has a demo.
Yeah, I'll try it out.
Gorilla's cool.
Yeah, because I do want to try Riggs out first, because that's the only kind of full price VR game. I mean, it's $50, it's not $60, but it's still like the most expensive VR game. So it's kind of like, well, let me try this one first.
No, the most expensive VR game is Star Trek.
Oh yeah, Star Trek's full 60, but Star Trek doesn't come out at launch. It's coming out in December.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, launch window.
You excited to get that Star Trek?
Not at all. I've never been a fan of Star Trek. Like, there's a lot of stuff I just never was a fan of.
Why not?
It does look like a really cool idea. Like that is really innovative to use the VR, the multiplayer in-room VR thing to be it. Everyone's in the cockpit controlling the ship. That is a brilliant.
Get the guy's excitement for like E3 and Cody's over here like, oh, it looks like garbage.
I mean, graphically, it does look just like a trash fire, but it's a great idea and it's a great license, so you can do something with it. Like, there are plenty of games that are great despite the graphical horribleness. Yeah, like Singularity on PS3.
Oh, that's a good
Well,
game.
maybe Star Trek
Great
VR will get a certain mode feature, make it look better.
Maybe Star Trek Pro.
Star Trek Pro. But yeah, and then the other 2 demos on the disc is Tumble VR and Wayward Sky. I almost read that Skyward Sword.
I was about to say Zelda on PlayStation finally.
Oh,
Yeah, you get Skyward Sword in VR.
So, one day, it'll be on Sony.
If NX fails, yes.
Like, we got Shigeru Miyamoto coming on a PlayStation thing.
Oh my god, I'd
It's
cry.
you also have to make sure it's also less exciting as possible. So, like, he's not as excited. It's just boring. His mic doesn't work at first. And then, like, you just explain it in the most plain and dreamy way possible.
So, this is like.
All right, come on, let's keep going. I want to get to the Neo.
Oh yeah, let's make it happen.
I want Neo.
Anyway,
I talk to Nino.
yeah. So let's say Thursday. Today's Thursday, which means yesterday was Sony's finally a big hardware press announcement thingy in New York, where they came on
The,
stage.
the PlayStation meeting.
PlayStation meeting. It was a formal meeting to just clear the air and show you what's up. Came on stage, announced some new stuff. We got the PlayStation Slim announced. It's coming out next week for $300. They also announced the PlayStation Pro, which is the official name of the Neo we've been hearing about so much about, coming November 10th for $399, $400. Also a Thursday, by the way, so Sony's really sticking to those Thursday launches.
Sure.
Yay. Because they know it's my payday.
So, yeah. So, here's the thing about this meeting. So, it actually went exactly how I expected it to. So, because it's true. Like, we had, 2-3 weeks ago, some guy was, sending in questions like, oh, is any new games going to be announced? And I straight up said no.
we were talking about that, yeah.
I knew they weren't going to show any new games. I knew the whole thing was just going to be focused on the hardware and be like, here's the Neo, whatever, and here's games running on it. They weren't going to show any new games. It was all going to be stuff we already know and just it running on the...
But remember, the very last minute, the Red Dead thing came up and people got it.
Yeah. That was the thing. The rumor broke out, the night before, oh, they're going to announce Red Dead Remastered at this thing. And I was just like, wait, they're actually going to announce a game?
Rockstar's, would have been phenomenal, but I didn't believe it. And then that key art for Red Dead 3, it didn't look real.
Yeah, because the poster, right?
Yeah, the little poster looked fake.
Yeah, the girl looked fake. The logo looked pretty legit, but the girl just looked fake, so it just made the whole thing just fall apart.
Rockstar makes key art with people that's not even the protagonist, so people,
exactly.
Yeah, it looked fake. It's total fake. But yeah, I didn't. Well, I don't remember exactly what my answer was. I don't remember saying if any new games were going to be there. So I was keeping in line with what you were saying, Cody, about what was going to be there.
Just hardware.
And then just really step it back, of the criticism of how boring it was. That this was the meeting, right?
This was the meeting. This wasn't
the grand. It's not the grand E3 thing that we got.
It's not even PSX.
No. Yeah.
But this was just a meeting for people in the press, and people are oh, there wasn't much applauding going on. I'm well, yeah, because most of the people sitting there in the audience had laptops out. They're live blogging and writing up their articles as this was going on. Because that's what this was. It was a small room of just
doing their job,
journalists.
Yeah, it's just so difficult because of where you place this. Because Sony was also promoting this to people for a while. At least
no one. They weren't promoting this at all. Oh, you're talking about the event?
Yeah, the event somewhat.
Well, Sony didn't come out and say
they did.
Anything
it was the rumors that kept coming out.
Yeah,
because
you knew the win was already taken out of most of these announcements because when they kind of came off stage and said, "Oh, we got the Slim," and it was just what else can we do? What else can we say? Because you've already seen it. You've seen it.
Here's people, what the Neo is.
Yeah, there's already people online showing off the Slim, playing it, and then taking it apart and showing all the insides and everything. So you literally know this machine inside and out before they even announced it.
Yeah.
And Sony knew that. So they were just kind of oh, well, here's the Slim. There's really not much else we can say. And then you all know the Neo. So, here it is, the PS4 Pro, which I was close to getting the real title, what the real name of it was going to be. The night before, I was thinking to myself, watch, it's going to be called the PS4 Plus.
Mm.
That would have been a good name. The PS4
Plus.
Because it would have been, if not
kind of the iPhone Plus.
I guess, but I thought I was thinking Plus, it would tie in with the, PlayStation Plus.
No, because then that's just market confusion. Because then they're buy me a PlayStation Plus, and then you're looking for a card rather than a system.
Here you go, son. It's I don't have a damn PlayStation to put this on.
Exactly.
You didn't go get me one.
Yeah, I felt like Pro is a good name. It gets the point across, but geez.
Yeah, Pro's a fine name.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think about just the existence of PlayStation Pro? Is this something you feel like you need or even want?
Absolutely not. No.
Well, yeah, here's the thing. So let me give you my thing on this. So I was literally saving money up for this because I knew it was coming. I knew the announcement was coming.
It's funny now that you say that. Well,
I have money saved up for it. I already have $300 saved for this.
Oh, great! You can buy a bunch of games.
Huh?
You can buy a bunch of games now instead.
Or buy a Slim.
but I had $300 already saved for this, so because I knew it was coming, and then because I was thinking about getting a 4K TV this year,
Oh,
and so I thought, well, if I'm getting a 4K TV, then I would need the PS, Neo, whatever, because it's supposed to be all 4K stuff. That's cool, right? Um, and then they announced it and they showed it, and they're like, yeah, if you have a 4K TV, you get the the HDR, you get the better color, you can get the better visuals and all that. I mean, this all sounded cool. I was like, yeah, all right, this is cool. If I get a 4K TV, I get this, and it's gonna work. And then I was totally on board. Like, I was gonna go pre-order this thing right when the conference was done, basically. But then the news came out that said that this thing does not play 4K Blu-rays, which blew my freaking mind in the worst way possible. Like, I just could not comprehend that whatsoever, like, at all. Because that was kind of the main thing for me to buy this, was that, if I buy this, I'll have a 4K Blu-ray player. Because, like, I bought Deadpool on 4K Blu-ray 2 months ago when it came out, because I thought to myself, I'm going to future-proof myself. I'm going to start buying 4K Blu-rays, so when I get my 4K Blu-ray player and my 4K TV, I already have 4K movies to watch.
You're one of the 10% of people who think that way.
Yeah, I'm future-proofing myself.
Sorry to say.
I was going to buy Batman vs. Superman on 4K Blu-ray, but then Warner Bros. Was all stupid and was like, no, the Ultimate Cut's only on the 4K disc, and the Theatrical Cut's on the 2D disc, so if I bought it, I couldn't watch the Director's Cut. Couldn't have all my 4K stuff set up.
Lame.
But anyway, so that was my main justification for getting this, was that, hey, look, this would be the cheapest option for me to get a 4K Blu-ray player, because most 4K players are around $300 or more right now. So that was my main justification to getting this. But now that there's no 4K Blu-ray player in it, it really takes the wind out of it, and I'm just like,
Xbox One S.
Yeah, Xbox One S, man, the cheapest 4K player around. And then Sony actually put out a statement today about why there's no 4K Blu-ray player in it, and their statement was just basically like, "Oh, we've done tests and surveys, and we see that most of our market is leaning towards a internet streaming market, so we want to appeal to that while people are kind of stepping away from physical media." And I'm just like, no, that's still stupid. It makes no sense. Like, the physical market's always going to be there. You guys made the PSP Go, and you know what happened with that. So obviously the market wants physical media. So it was ridiculous that there was no 4K Blu-ray player, and it makes no sense. How can you put out a console that's supposed to be the 4K machine and you can't play 4K Blu-rays? Which Sony is fully backing, because all Sony movies are being released on 4K Blu-rays.
Yeah, I don't get what actually I read somewhere that they save like maybe $15 by removing the 4K 4K disc player. But still, that seems like
$15?
You should go ahead and eat that $15 so you can just.
I will send them a damn check for $15 if they go put a 4K Blu-ray player in mine.
It's just, it makes no sense. Like, you should go ahead and just eat that $15. Sure, you might make a little bit of a loss on it, but then people won't be like, oh, well, because this is immediately.
Hello? All right, slight snag there.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just a shame. It's a shame that Xbox One has, the Blu-ray support now. It only seems like a big deal because Xbox One can do it, so it's just a big hub of blue.
Yeah, it's just such a strange thing, because considering that this is I don't know, Sony's own format, video format.
Yeah.
And like Cody was saying, like, even though this is only really going to affect a small number of users because, to buy the physical media. But, I mean, let me tell you, like, this is what I'm glad this is eye-opening for people, of, like, the defense of, like, only streaming, you'll be fine, you'll stream everything. But like, remember Sony, I was reading the PlayStation Blog's Q&A thing with the, like, little defense about that. They were all like, oh, but you have about, what was it, 500 hours of Netflix 4K content, and then, oh, but YouTube is gonna have, but like,
the streaming is compressed and whatnot. But when you get like a true 4K Blu-ray, I can believe 100% that it's going to be not compressed. You don't have to worry. Not everybody has the internet to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I just found those answers to be very just lame. Like, and on top of that, 500 hours, it sounds like a lot, but it's not. Like, for right now. And then on top of that, we don't, live TV isn't here yet for 4K yet. So, that's not even really a selling point at all yet because, we're just not there. So I found the excuses that Sony was giving very lame. Like, it wasn't great. Like, YouTube and Netflix is here.
And I mean, and people are making their voices heard. Like, they want this. Like, everybody's outcrying against this. Like, this should have been in there. And then Sony's just like, we thought you didn't want it.
Yeah, and I'm glad that it's pointing out that Netflix turns out like is not the true, experience. Like, it's great.
Yeah.
But
I mean, but here's the thing I don't get. So there's a lot of things I thought about the current PS4. Like, I actually thought the current PS4 could play 4K Blu-rays.
Like, oh no! Well, that was upon looking at the console's Wikipedia page. I mean, it only supposedly I thought it was able to do 4K streaming.
Yeah,
right?
Right? Because that was the thing. Like, when I got the PS4, they said something about, it can't play 4K games, but it can do 4K video. So you'd assume that means it can play 4K movies. Well, when I bought Deadpool and then I looked online, it's like, no, you can't play 4K discs in your PS4. And I was like, what the hell? Then I thought you could stream, right? Like, you can stream like Netflix 4K to your PS4, right?
Yeah, because I thought supposedly because I was doing it on a 4K TV that was not my own. It was like streaming like Daredevil at a higher res, but I guess that wasn't 4K. Well,
and
I guess it's deceived.
Not high enough.
So I don't get it. So, like, I thought the PS4 can already stream 4K, and it kind of can. And then they announced too that like the HDR update's coming to all PS4s. So now you're putting HDR on top of it. So what is the PS4 doing that this Pro isn't doing video wise?
For video.
Yeah, because the game's a whole other thing
I
we're
couldn't
gonna get to
answer
in a
that.
second. But like video wise, like I thought Netflix already streamed in 4K on the current PS4. So I just don't see why there's this big thing where it's like with the Pro you get the 4K Netflix app, and I'm just like,
and then Netflix was talking about, Sony was talking about how there's going to be a new Netflix app
with the 4K content, and I'm just like, but I thought the current Netflix already does that. Because every time I go to the store, there's that commercial that plays on the 4K TV, like, watch House of Cards in 4K, look how good it looks. And I'm like, yeah, can't the PS4 do that?
Right.
See, I think the main difference is you can do 4K on PS4 or PS4 Pro, but I think the main difference and why they're even upcharging it and everything is they actually have a little bit more processing power so that your games, that everything's so that they can make stuff run natively at 4K. The problem is not every developer wants to update their game to run natively at 4K, so they're letting it happen on a developer by developer basis.
Oh, nothing is running at native 4K. Everything's upscale on this thing.
Yeah, everything's upscaled. Even the stuff that like is old that you put in, but like certain developers, if they want to, can update their game so it can run, if not completely natively, but like just take advantage of that extra horsepower to either make it run natively 4K or to make its fake 4K resolution, give some more detail into it. It's just a completely optional thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's what Sony's trying to say with this machine is that we are a gaming system. We want games. We want the games to be better. And I'm like, that's cool and all, because I know, all those years ago, we were complaining about Microsoft, how they're like focused on their media apps. But here we are, Sports, TV, Call of Duty. And where's Sony now? Well, they got the Call of Duty now. They got games, but their media support is just
all over the place.
Yeah. So it's just so disappointing to see that there's no 4K Blu-ray support, and the Netflix thing is confusing because I thought the PS4 already do that, and I think it can. It's just so that's the whole thing. It's like, this is for games. That's our main focus with this, is what they're trying to say. The Pro is for games. So with the Pro, you can play your games at a higher resolution. You can play them with better textures, graphical enhancement, HDR, so better coloring and lighting effects, all that good stuff. Through the Pro, you get an extra processing power for your games. It does automatically. You put the game in, it can upscale and detect what you're playing on. That's whatever. That's cool and all. One thing I liked about the conference though was when they were kind of breaking down like who this is for and what it does for each kind of user. I thought that was good.
Yeah.
That was something I really wanted to be clear. Because as they said, if you have a 4K TV, this is what you get. You get HDR coloring, you get the up-res textures, graphics, all that. Here you go. Now, if you have a regular HD TV, which I currently have, and most people currently have, you still get a benefit. You still get, better graphics, better textures, better frame rate, even if you don't have a 4K TV. You get the extra boost, graphically and color-wise if you have a 4K TV. But even if you have just a regular standard HD TV, you still will get some type of noticeable boost there. And then they said too, like the Pro's going to work really well with VR. With VR, it's going to boost up the graphics for your VR games, and it's going to just be a smoother experience. So I do like that they kind of clarified who gets benefits from this. But like I said, it's just so the no Blu-ray thing, which is really disappointing me because that was my main thing for this, was that I wanted a 4K Blu-ray player, like to go with my potential purchase of a 4K TV.
It doesn't make everything kind of unified and make it the all-in-one thing.
Exactly.
What
So that
Xbox
means
One S is already kind of done.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like, so that means if I get a 4K TV and I get the PS4 Pro, I still need to go out and buy a 4K Blu-ray player. And guess what the cheapest one in the market is right now? The Xbox One S. So I have to go out and buy an Xbox One S to be my 4K player.
And just wait 2 years and PS5 will be out.
And it's just, I don't know.
It's a whole conundrum thing, and then with all that, and with the games that they did display, and it was something I pointed out. It's so funny because like some of these games that we played and platinumed quite a bit, so it makes it a little like just like you'd only go back and try it out for a little bit to see how it looks in 4K.
Yeah.
If we had the equipment, like what were they showing? Did they rebrand Infamous First Light?
It's Infamous Light now.
Yeah, apparently. So, that was a little awkward. And then, it was neat seeing like Naughty Dog, of course, pick this up and do something with it with Uncharted and The Last of Us. So that was cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're calling it. They're calling forward compatibility, where even like older games will still get the update to support the Pro mode, which will be the up-res everything we just said. They even put out a list of what games that are confirmed. These are confirmed. There'll be more. This is just what's confirmed so far to be getting updates. The list includes Battlefield 1. We'll get a Pro mode. Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. We'll get a Pro mode. So it's going to look even better.
Black Ops 3.
Yeah, Black Ops 3. Deus Ex Mankind Divided is getting an update. FIFA 17. Infamous First Light. Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor. Paragon.
Yes!
Rise of the Tomb Raider.
I get excited. You know much Shadow of Mordor.
Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Because I could just play the Game of the Year edition, and that would give me enticement if I wanted to play the Pro.
Yeah, you get that double platinum, man.
Oh my god!
You play the Game of the Year edition.
Just give me that Pro. Give me that anything Shadow of Mordor.
There you go. Rise of the Tomb Raider. Elder Scrolls Online. Last of Us Remastered. The Witness. Uncharted 4.
No GTA.
It will probably come later. This is just what's confirmed.
It was Rockstar, and everyone was already debating about Rockstar's presence in this thing, and
still got a bitter taste in my mouth, son.
But I don't know. The only one that's kind of weird to me, because it's like the oldest one, is Infamous First Light. But then, like they said too during the thing, was like, well, the neon powers looks really good in 4K. We want that to show that off.
Well, HDR too, with the higher range of color motions.
HDR
I think it would have been neat to have the Infamous Second Son.
Yeah, but I don't know. Neon, man.
But at least people hopefully got First Light for free on Plus, so that when they get it for Neo, or I guess finish it up, I mean, I already platinumed it. I don't know if I would even go back, but
I'm not. I did everything in that game I
yeah,
need
me
to.
too. Yeah, I was done with it, so a little awkward.
Maybe Last of Us Remastered because multiplayer.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough one too because I beat the hell out of Last of Us, but Last of Us is one of those great games that I can go back to every once in a while and just play it because it's an amazing game.
Oh, yeah,
I tried it before I haven't platinum, so I would do that. So, that's just specifically like me, but like other people out there who maybe only played it once or maybe haven't played it at all. That's great. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's just that little conundrum there. But at least Shadow of Mordor is pretty enticing to have a Neo mode. I'm not really sure what it's added. I mean, I guess just, how it looks on PC, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was the thing. Like, when we're watching the live stream, like, on our computer or something, you don't really get it because you don't get the full
Well, yeah, because I got a little message there. So, you're just seeing the gameplay as
seeing the full res, up res,
No.
Yeah. So it's like this thing where I just don't know what to do now. It's like, because like that's the thing. Like, I don't even know for sure if I'm getting a 4K TV this year. So it's like if I knew for sure I was getting a 4K TV, then I'd be more inclined to be like, well, maybe not for video, but at least I'm going to have my games looking the best they can with the 4K TV. But since there's no guarantee that, I mean, I'm going to get some kind of up-res, even on a standard HD TV, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird. And like I said, I have the money saved for it. I'll save my money for this. And now it's just kind of like, eh. And
but you forgot one game listed.
What game?
Mass Effect Andromeda.
Mass Effect Andromeda. Yep, that's coming soon.
That was the big thing they showed.
That was the weird thing. They showed like you're saying, all these games that are either previously released are coming this year, and then they're like, and coming forward next year or whatever. They said it on stage. They said coming early 2017.
Early 2017.
Ooh, yeah.
I still consider that tentative now.
Yeah, that's what they said. Early 2017. Mass Effect's coming to PS4 Pro. We're getting the full HDR 4K, and then they're showing the gameplay of walking and jumping and pressing a button.
And look, I understand what you were like trying to say of like, Mass Effect isn't that kind of game where you're like doing crazy stuff every minute. But
yeah, it's not an action a minute game.
But you could show something more exciting than just
you could show something more exciting.
Big black room.
Like, they could have not.
Yeah,
because
so
it was that one thing where we got that exciting little reel video at E3, right? And then where it wasn't even really gameplay, it was just like a little sizzle reel of like the idea of what the game is going to be. And then we get this, and then it's just like, this is what I waited all this time for.
Yeah, it's really weird. I mean, yeah, I know I told you that off air about how like it's not an action minute game, but yeah, this wasn't the footage to premiere.
Exciting though.
Yeah, it wasn't exciting. You're just walking, jump, walk. Oh, talking. Scan this plant.
I understand like that moment, like in the stories, like out of context, but like I wasn't understanding what the hell was going on.
You're
like
exploring.
I wasn't about any of this.
That's the whole thing about Andromeda. You're like exploring. It's more that aspect of like studying things. So it's like, look, I scanned this plant, and look, we found a map of more planets.
I understand.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not. I mean, yeah, I know. Like I said, Mass Effect's not action a minute type game, but yeah, that's not the footage to premiere.
No, definitely not. And like in the way it was presented, considering that Mass Effect is a well-renowned franchise, that I think it should have been presented in a more exciting way. Because that's the gameplay you're going to have there for a while.
No.
BioWare
clarified.
Oh yeah.
BioWare clarified. They said that the full Mass Effect Andromeda reveal is going to be on N7 Day, which is November 7th.
So it's about 2 months.
That's what they said. Yeah. So in 2 months, they say we're going to show you. Here's the funny thing: they said we're going to show you a new trailer. I'm like, do we even get one trailer yet? To say a new trailer, like a real trailer. We never got like a real trailer for this game yet.
That E3 thing.
But the E3 thing was like just behind the scenes, some drawings with little snippets of gameplay.
Oh, it's like the Star Wars thing.
Yeah, so it's not really like a trailer. It's not a real trailer for the game.
It was a dev diary.
Yeah. So like when they say a new trailer coming November 7th, I'm like, no, that's your first trailer. But yeah, they said that's going to be like the big reveal day where they said they're going to have the trailer. They're going to announce the characters and the side characters, your companions.
It's like the rollout for like the announcement of like how this game actually is couldn't be any more complicated. Like they could like just did it how you did for the previous 3 games and just have like the really badass CG trailer in the beginning and just announce the game and then show the game. Just do the typical preview cycle for it. I don't understand this junk that they did.
I mean, if they stay faithful to this proposed early 2017, then they can just release their little trailer on N7 Day, show off the characters and whatnot, and then PSX, you have a gameplay demo, and then don't show us anything till the game drops.
Well, it was especially evident when me and Cody was talking about like what they showed at E3. It clearly showed they didn't have anything ready, and like even with this thing that they put out just now, and then announcing that they're gonna make it to N7 Day and and show the trailer, they still don't have anything ready for it.
Yeah, because I mean, because like when you compare it to another BioWare game, you remember like Dragon Age Inquisition. I remember like when they had the whole trailer thing at E3, and then it was like fall 2014. That was like a whole year away. And they had that whole trailer and gameplay, and it was still a year away. And for Mass Effect, it's like, supposedly, we're less than a year away, and we're not seeing anything on it.
Freaking awful. I don't like it. And it spells bad news for the game a little bit, even though people have no doubts because, it's BioWare. And, part of me also thinks, it's probably going to be a fantastic game. BioWare is one of the best renowned developers that are still out there right now. People love Dragon Age Inquisition, and the Mass Effect trilogy is well renowned. But I don't know what's going on with this game. It's it's just different direction and just whatever's going on. And that big significant delay was also part for this pro stuff or whatever else is going on with it. And
yeah,
I just I do have like a hint of concern about Andromeda in some way.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about
not coming together.
I mean, that's the thing about this game. Either they're being super secretive of, and they're just like, we want to keep as much under wraps as possible.
Yeah, for the story wise, because you don't want story stuff.
It's like either trying to be really secretive so that it can have like a full launch in like March, and it's just like this kind of big thing, or it's just so behind development that it's just like we can't even show you gunplay. We didn't develop the guns yet.
No HUD's been in the game.
Oh yeah, it's non-combat. Yeah, there's no combat in this game.
That'd suck.
And if I recall, wait, I don't know why I'm forgetting. There was no dialogue thing shown, right, on this little thing. I don't know why I can't remember that.
Yeah. There's no they didn't show a dialogue wheel because the whole thing was just you walking and then like them talking. Because I mean that's in all the Mass Effects though. Like as you're walking, you kind of like interact with your companions.
Right.
You're walking.
Yeah. That's simple. Yeah, I gotta make sure. Yeah.
Now, Inquisition did implement a thing where you can actually pick what you want to say during those moments too, though.
So I mean, and that's the thing, real right? That I think BioWare is going to take so many like cool things that they added from Inquisition over to this one, right? Mm-hmm. So, like the stuff that people love from Inquisition, they bring over to Mass Effect Andromeda. So, obviously not all the fantasy and theme stuff from
dragons.
Not all the theme stuff from Inquisition. I'm talking about like the gameplay elements that people really love from Inquisition. Bring it over to 4 because it works so well. Mm-hmm. Because hell, you were saying that some of the Mass Effect stuff came over to Dragon Age, right?
Yeah, a bit too much in Dragon Age 2, but
where it was the other way around. So yeah, a little too much, but I think they'll strike that balance. But I don't want to speak much and give assumptions about Andromeda too much in like the state of it right now. But as of right now, I'm concerned. Just something might be wrong. And
understandably so.
Considering, new direction and everything. Because, you had Casey headlining the trilogy, that everyone's had, and now you have a different team. Well, now you have the team, but, it's just under new direction and just... I hope it comes together. Just in a world where, like, so many franchises are coming back on PlayStation 4 or PlayStation Pro and just not hitting the mark correctly, it's concerning. And like, and then you had Witcher 3, which is like this pinnacle, Witcher pinnacle come out.
Yeah.
BioWare's looking at Witcher and be like, oof, shoot. So, that's difficult. So not that everyone's going to compare Andromeda to Witcher, but, I mean, they're both like somewhat in the same like gameplay genre.
No, you got to wait till Cyberpunk 2077 comes out. Then they'll compare it to Mass Effect.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah. Maybe, well, I hope. Hopefully Mass Effect Andromeda is that kind of thing. But the thing about Andromeda 2 is that it's gotta like, because when the original Mass Effect came out in 2007, you know, it was like, you know, this big kind of like step up, especially from like other BioWare games at the time, like, you know, after they were done with like Nazi Little Republic and things like that. You know, Mass Effect was kind of like this new thing, you know, of like having this choice-based kind of like RPGs of like crafting like your character. It wasn't relatively anything new, but you know, it was brought to a new level, I think.
Yeah, revolutionary at the time.
But so far, what we've seen from Andromeda, at least right now, up until this N7 thing, that we've seen that elevates any of that. I haven't seen that. So that's concerning as well. Like, even if this is going to be a fantastic Mass Effect game, it's kind of the Fallout 4 situation. Like, what new is it going to bring that's going to bring it to the next level where it's like going to be this pinnacle again, like what the original Mass Effect was back in the day, and then brought over to 2 and then 3. So that's also something to think about, because I think that's just as important, because, you know, Mass Effect Andromeda is this new starting point in the franchise.
It's a new frontier.
It is a new frontier indeed. So sorry about the little Mass Effect thing, but I mean, it's important because people love Mass Effect, and one marquee game that was shown at this thing, and at least something remotely exciting somewhat.
It was the one new game.
Yeah, it was the one new game. You know, it's a game that we're excited about, and I'm still excited about, even despite everything else. And yeah, just Godspeed, BioWare. Just take your time on it, do what you need to do, and just I hope soon that we get more stuff on it. But we are in 2 months. So that's great.
Quote unquote soon.
Quote unquote soon. So yeah. Basically it for Andromeda.
Yeah. And no Vita 2.
No Vita. You don't get our Trinity.
That did not happen. I got caught up in the internet hype as well. So I was, when they didn't even mention any games. Yeah. They didn't mention any other games except Mass Effect Andromeda gameplay. I didn't expect that, but everything else, I'm like, well, okay. And then no other hardware besides what they came to announce. I'm like,
actually, they did announce some new hardware after the show.
Good point.
Like, they didn't show it like on stage or anything, but yes, there is going to be a slightly redesigned controller, where the light's going to come out the top of the controller instead of the front. Like, that's confirmed. That's happening.
That's the one bundle with the Slim also.
Yes, bundle with the Slim. Also, they're putting out a completely redesigned PS4 camera.
Yeah, it's circular.
It's circular. It's small, but still got the 2 lenses and everything. And I'm like, so is this the one that's going to come with the VR bundle?
Yeah, that one is going to come with the VR bundle. I actually heard that from a different source.
Okay, because it was really weird, because like they announced the VR bundle and they showed the VR headset and the old camera, the old blocky camera, and the controls, and then now this one is like, oh no, they got this smaller camera. This is the one we're going to start putting in the box. But don't worry, if you still have the old one, it's going to work with VR. And I'm like, thank you, Sony.
Yeah, because those cameras are functionally the exact same.
Yeah,
it's just one
smaller,
wants to be fancy.
Yeah, just smaller form.
Yep.
Oh, that's great. So then I can get this for my Uno.
Yeah.
And PlayStation VR, of course.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get you a camera, man.
Just wait till they get that Uno VR patch. That'd actually be really awesome.
Yeah.
Wait, Uno VR?
Uno VR.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm already going to get plenty of real life experiences in Uno soon with some of my college friends, so I think I'm good. I don't want Uno VR.
Good call.
As long as you're going to be able to do the Uno drinking game in VR. You die.
That'd be a shit show.
Of alcohol poisoning. Wait, Evan, I told you about like the Uno drinking game that we want to do. Well, I want to do, right?
Yeah, you told me about it.
Yeah, but like, well, Cody over here is all like, oh, every time you draw a card, so he wants to get you alcohol poisoning. So
yeah, you're just trying to kill people.
Yeah, you're trying to kill
homicide.
Do that. So we want to do like the wager card. Like if you lose the wager, that's when you have to take a shot, which is reasonable.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
You can just say no to the wager, and then you don't have to take one. But if you take one and take the chance, then you have to take a shot if you lose.
Bingo. I think that's fair.
Try to think of what else of the conference, dude. Like what?
Oh well, they also have a new headset.
Yeah,
I don't know if anybody saw that one. Yeah, it looks pretty nice, but I don't know if it's $160 nice.
Yeah, it better sound good.
It has like 3D audio now, longer battery, advanced mics. The hidden mics are a little bit better, but man, $160. Okay.
Yeah, it's just so strange because like that's the thing that I have to really pull away from this of like the lack of excitement of this thing because I don't care about the crowd excitement thing. I was talking about like the actual event excitement of this thing because it's a meeting. It's not the E3 granular thing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But considering that for a product such as a PS4 Pro that's has to be explained by dreamy Mark Cerny. I mean, God,
yep.
like as smart as that dude is, like it was one thing for him to talk about the innards of the PS4 because it was something new at the time in 2013.
Yeah.
But him presenting this just wasn't right. Like I just wanted him to just basically talk and then get off the stage and then maybe have someone else talk about it. That in a little bit more of an exciting way. Like it didn't get me excited like that to get this thing at all. Like hate to compare it to Apple again, even though they're both consumer electronic companies, but at least with Apple's team of people that they have to talk about like nits and like all these technical know-hows, it's somehow conveyed in a way that even if you feel like in your mind you don't need this shit, at least they kind of make you kind of do in some way. Like, even though you have an iPhone 6S, they talk about all these technical bits in such a way that, oh, maybe I do need this. Like, in the back of your mind, you're kind of thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a way, no, like, trust me, like, if you watch as many of these Apple conferences as I have, like, I watched all of them for, like, the past, like, 8 years, that they do it. Like, and there's things behind it, how they talk about it in such a way that maybe they make you want this stuff, even though you don't need it. And I was kind of hoping, with the amount of people that are going to watch this thing, at least get enticed, but they have to talk about it in the most boring way possible to like make it so bland, so boring, and just so uninteresting that it didn't get my heart racing excited to make me go I can't even speak, to make me go spend money on this thing. Like it was so remarkable of like when I was watching it that it just didn't make me want to spend money. This was clearly like an investor meeting or just like a call to arms at Sony people to just, gear up for new hardware. It's coming out this holiday season. It's whatever. So then for us, I guess we just have to wait for like advertisements or like YouTube videos or like, outside sources of people telling us to get us excited. So it's Sony showing really no effort in really getting people excited, despite just tweeting out pictures of the console.
But I mean, that's just the thing, though. Like you said, this is a meeting event. This isn't.
Yeah,
I mean, that's exactly who it's for. It's for investors, for media, things to kind of write up on it. It's not really. This isn't the platform so much to sell it as more just to kind of announce and clarify what it is. And yeah, maybe the actual execution of it wasn't good, but I do like what they explained. Like I said, I like how they had the 4 brackets of like who this is for. Like this is for if you have a 4K TV. This is like the color range if you have HDR. This is if you have just a regular HD TV. And then if you have VR, here's what you get from that. So I like that they kind of broke down who this is for and what you get depending on what you currently have. But yeah, I mean, the execution wasn't the best, but I do.
Yeah,
like
exactly. Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, yeah, it's great that you have all this stuff, but like, I wish it was conveyed in a way that got me excited to like actually kind of want it in the back of my head, even though I don't need.
You don't want to be overboard like freaking Ubisoft and try it too hard.
Oh well, yeah.
I think they already did.
Yeah,
like I feel like they didn't. They had no reason to have Mark Cerny out there. Because Mark Cerny, smartest guy in the room, no matter where he goes.
Yeah, he is a smart guy.
Yeah, so why bring him?
Presenting wise, he should have not have done this. Like, I don't know whose idea was that they. Maybe it wasn't him. I think it was obviously someone at Sony to script this thing and get him on there, but it should have been someone else.
He just walks out there, knack 2, and that's it. Drops the mic and walks out.
Oh my god, I'd cry.
Look at the pixels. We have even more pixels, more detail, more
with the power.
Spectacle, the power
With
of
the power
Pro.
of the PS4, we can do co-op. 3 million particles exploding and breaks it without a sweat.
Yeah. Knack 2.
But no, it just felt weird having him because like Mark Cerny's the smartest guy I know, and so just seeing him up there explaining this whole thing, it kind of felt like he's explaining something like there's only really two main changes: the HDR stuff, which is going to be an update anyway, and then the extra power to make 4K possible. But then you get Mark Cerny up there and he's explaining it in such this granular, specific way. It's like,
Yeah, it's like
get it.
boring.
We get it.
Well,
You wait.
well, it's like
Got it. You know what this is?
It's like we're wasting his time and our time.
Yeah, exactly. Where I wish that those points that he was talking about, making them selling points, kind of like, again, Apple does, where it's kind of like these little small things that you don't really need, but they add up to like making you kind of want it in a way. But like the PS4 Pro didn't do that whatsoever. Which sucks. I really wish it would.
Little things.
Yeah.
I'll say, you know what this is, right? This is like that episode of Silicon Valley. And it's like, we don't get it. We don't get the product.
Yeah, so Sony's gonna need to really have an initiative of making people understand this product.
Gonna walk in the what's it called? Survey study room.
Yeah, a little survey study room, and then just have Kaz coming out and being
Mark
like,
Cerny's gonna be like, "What don't you get?" And then she's gonna be like,
"Oh yeah,
all the questions." And then he's gonna start writing on the board and like explaining what 4K is and HDR and the pixels, like doing math and stuff.
Oh man, I would love to see Mark Cerny do some math.
Dude, I tweeted this during the event. This is gonna be gross, but I thought it was funny. If Mark Cerny described the sandwich, I'd come 4 minutes in.
Like he's just.
I love hearing him talk. He's great.
Yeah,
great.
it's just for a presentation like this. It's just it just wasn't it. Maybe for PS5 when that
like
happens.
When he retires from Sony, he's just gonna go do a series of audiobooks.
Yeah, good if you
Start
want.
an ASMR channel.
He's gonna read Game of Thrones. It's just that 1,000 pages of hearing him read the whole thing.
God. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
it's just kind of a
sounds
shame that-
spectacular.
Yeah, it was such a shame. Like ever since after this thing happened, that Sony has got a bit of a mockery after this. With
Yeah, it's like, what is this? 2006?
Yeah,
Exactly.
I know, right?
It
Yeah,
feels
it's
like
like-
Giant Enemy Crab all over again.
But no. Let's step that back, guys. Like
2009.
it was.
Alright,
It wasn't
it's getting
that.
2009 was the uplift.
Yeah, 2009 was good. This feels like 2008. How about that? Where you can still talk shit on them.
Well, yeah, it's the middle ground, guys. Like it's not
2007.
2006. Like go back and watch it. Like how bad that was. Like this is middle ground. Like at first I walked away. I was like, man, that was awful. But no, really thinking about it now, it's like middle. It's like in the middle.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't remotely that bad.
Because I will agree, it's because like the whole of here's the thing. If you want to get down to it, the PS4 Pro is not actually a bad product. Sure, you can talk about the Blu-ray drive not being 4K, but other than that, it seems like it's a great product. It just seems like it's coming out at a time where no one is really asking for it. And come like a year or two when 4K TVs are everywhere, yeah, this is a good idea. But
the future proofing for kind of like the features on iPhone that not a lot of people use, but then until the time comes, people will use it.
Exactly.
Which is crazy. Even though phones and game consoles are totally different, but when that time does come, it's just it's just an added complication that Sony didn't really need right now.
Yep.
And it's just really strange. And it's interesting, even though you had a good list of games there that Cody read off, but there's still a lot of other third parties that we haven't heard from on this, and there were insider sources of people saying that they're not excited to do this and who's going to be on board and who isn't. So I mean, we can expect like the big three like Ubisoft, EA, and Activision to pull through, but Lord knows about like any indie developers that will do this. Or I mean, even though we got The Witness, you read The Witness, right?
Yeah,
so
The Witness, yeah.
So that's one. So that's a notable one. But
it's like, is Rock Band 4 going to get a pro mode?
Get it?
You're lucky songs are coming out for that still.
Yeah. But no,
Well,
when Rivals comes out, those live action scenes are gonna look so good in 4K.
Oh yeah, they will, huh?
You know, get that 4K Pro mode.
Oh, that's funny. But I doubt Rock Band would get pro support. I mean, I don't know what you could even do with that. Because you can already have like unlimited songs on the PS4. I mean, for Rock Band, because Rock Band 3 was like limited to 3,000 or something like. No, yeah, it was like 3,000 songs you can have up to on there. On PS4, you can have unlimited. But yeah, it's just interesting to see what other developers, independent developers, would take advantage of this. It doesn't seem enticing for them to do that.
Well,
so I'm not sure.
One developer too said they're really excited for the Pro is
Hello Games, right?
Hello Games, yeah. They said they're really excited for what they can do with No Man's Sky with the PS4 Pro.
We'll see. I mean,
I can't even think of what they would do.
I'm sure they'll do something with it. Time will tell.
VR support.
Oh,
God!
I'm not sure if I really want to see those.
Well, that's an
textures in VR
feature.
all the time.
Well, that's the
an
whole
exclusive feature. So
that's the whole thing,
that.
though. They said with the VR, but with PlayStation Pro, you get better textures with VR.
Well, do you consider that a better feature, or do you just consider that an upgrade to what already exists?
Well, feature upgrade, like that's a feature upgrade. That's like when you get a new iPhone. That's what they keep saying. It's faster.
Yeah,
runs
exactly.
better. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's a weird line. Also, breaking news: Mass Effect Andromeda, 30 frames per second on PS4 Pro and PS4.
Oh, all right. I mean, the other one's ran at 30.
Well,
I don't have any problems with
like,
it.
just punch a hole in those people that are like, oh, the new standard is going to be 1080p, 60 frames per second, and all pro games.
Nope.
Devs
are still going to make that choice to make it prettier over a faster frame rate.
Yeah. Damn. And Naughty Dog already said that the frame rate is going to stay the same for multiplayer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for Uncharted 4 single player.
Yeah, well, the single player, they might be able to up it to 60 frames, but they said for the multiplayer, it's going to stay locked at whatever.
Yes, I want the Uncharted 4 multiplayer. I want the Uncharted 4 single player at 60.
God, if they do that, I'd platinum it. If they did
that'd be amazing. Yes, because Last of Us, and then playing the 3 Uncharted's in 60, so good. But I mean, Uncharted 4 ran amazingly. Like, it was perfect.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, even though that was like a breaking point a little bit for me, like just like for 5 minutes, and then just playing the game and not even thinking about that until like after midway through the game, like briefly, I was like, man, this is 60. But then I didn't think about it again, and I was just like, no, the game was just like fine, like, you know.
Oh yeah, that game was excellent no matter what. So
we did a whole episode about Uncharted 4. So
yeah, we did. I was on it. But yeah, I don't know if there's anything else to say. I mean, it exists. Ready or not, here it comes.
We'll see what the effect of it has.
Yeah.
Time will tell.
Time will tell.
Because it could be just something literally that just does pass, similar to like an S generation of things. Well, even Microsoft Xbox One S. So
yeah, and
we'll see.
It's on pre-order now. You can go pre-order from Amazon and Best Buy and GameStop. And like I said, I have the money, and I'm just like, should I go pre-order this thing this weekend?
Nah.
I mean, I do want a second PS4 for the house. And it's one of those things
slim.
One in the house.
Well, that's the thing. If I get a second one for the house, it's like I might as well get the Pro, right?
Yeah, I mean, you might as well.
Because right now I only have one in the house, and it's in my room. So anytime I want to
I mean, I don't know if you get a slim one, but I mean, if you really want to just spend the extra $100 and just get
a
it.
PlayStation
yeah, I mean,
TV.
it's one of those things where, it's one of those things where I might as well get the Pro.
Yeah, because then you're using it, for a different purpose, just like as another PlayStation. And I mean,
yeah, because I only have one in the house, and it's in my room. So it's like anytime I want to play like Rock Band 4 or something, I have to like drag it out, put it in the living room, set up all the instruments and stuff. You know
I wonder if it's going to make any UI elements in the PS4 faster in any way.
Well, I heard that some parts of the UI will be upgraded to 4K if on PS Pro, but I think everything else is going to be same speeds and everything.
Really? Okay. So like overall, the UI will be kind of the same. Interesting. Well, yeah.
That's it. No unfinished new business.
Yeah,
Go back to
it's
parliamentary
fine.
procedures.
We're gonna see what happens. I mean, look, no one's forcing this on really anyone. It's just a thing that's gonna happen, and just kind of learn to accept it. I mean, maybe this is where games are gonna go. But then on top of that, there's kind of a deeper kind of problem. Like we don't really have to obsess over the technical know-how of games. We gotta focus on like other things to make kind of games better at this point. And especially with this generation that has been really lacking in certain games returning on the system to be better. I don't know, making them prettier is not going to help. We want experiences to be better than they were last time. And I felt like I've said this like several times, only like a handful of returning franchises games on PS4 have been better than the ones on PS3. So it's because a lot of games have fumbled this generation big time. So I don't really know how this Pro is really going to necessarily help developers make games necessarily any better from a gameplay standpoint. So there's really no benefit in that way at all. I do give appreciation for it looking better. Don't get me wrong, and you'll have a neater experience when you get to have all the amazing sunsets and how good, better the Naughty Dog games are going to look. But for other games though, I'm not really sure how it's going to bring much benefit.
Yeah.
But alrighty, it's time to wrap up. Though we're like hour and 20 minutes in, I think.
Sweet.
So I'm gonna wrap this up. So this has been the PSBS PlayStation Bulletin Podcast, episode 45.
No, 45. 45.
All right. Pretty sure I said that at the top of the episode.
Say?
Huh?
What number were you almost going to say?
I think I was going to say 44. But we're 45. But yeah, so this has been episode 45. I'm your host, Coach TPS and Bye Boys. My coach here is
Andrew Renas, Double Liz. Everyone have a fantastic week. Make sure you look both sides of the road before you cross the street. Don't do drugs. And just be safe. Be happy.
How uplifting.
Yep. And with us this week
is Emmett Watkins Jr., also known as UJ Sponge 61. Do all the stuff Andrew said. And, I made videos on my YouTube channel about Battlefield 1 beta and Titanfall 2 beta. Go look at that if you want to. But yeah, have a nice life.
That sounds like you're never coming back.
Put our handle on there so that people can see your YouTube videos.
Oh, it's just EJ Spun 61, same as my Twitter and PSN and everything.
Yeah, just kind of throwing that out there again. And then shout out to Dave for putting us on iTunes, as always.
Go check out his what's it called?
Dayspace.
No, the thing.
Oh, oops. Sounds good.
Okay.
The awkward ends.
Well, I don't know. Did you drop?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you dropped. Anyway, thanks for listening. And hopefully we'll see you guys next week. And